That's why I am committed to passing a Green New Deal, creating clean jobs, and finally putting an end to fracking once and for all.
Mama Kamala just don't give a frack.
I'm Vince for RTM News. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. So the Kamala campaign continues to be exposed for lying time and time again, and yet they still keep doing it. Take a listen as Tim Walz this week tried to claim that him and Kamala Harris are, quote, middle-class people.
To have my family along on this, and they get to meet a lot of families. I think we're middle-class people. The vice president talks a lot about that. Just a lot of optimism out there.
Yeah, a little fact check there. Kamala Harris is not in the middle class. She's not been in the middle class for a very long time now, but I guess the details don't matter. You know, their campaign is all about vibes. Oh, joy. We don't care about issues. Don't even dig into the things we say. They're basically just theater characters trying to run a presidential campaign, but it continues to pile on because now, and this is crazy because we're just like 2 months away from the election, but new unearthed videos continue to surface about the things that Kamala Harris said in the past that contradict what she is saying now. And of course, that key issue of fracking is a big example. Now, that famous clip of her talking about banning fracking has been around for some time now, but take a listen to what just recently came out, and this is not good news for her politically, to say the least.
That's why I am committed to passing a Green New Deal, creating clean jobs, and finally putting an end to fracking once and for all.
Mama Kamala just don't give a frack.
And the thing about this is Kamala and her campaign can now try to play off the entire fracking situation as trivial. And in fairness, you know, in that original clip that everyone always talks about, that was a voter asking her a question about it. So you could say, yeah, I guess I supported banning fracking, but it was never really a core value of mine. The difference here is she was with Jimmy Fallon on The Tonight Show, and she decided to make a specific point, right? This was a core part of her 2020 presidential campaign. Let's not forget that. This is not a random thing she said in a questionnaire or something. No, she went on The Tonight Show on primetime television to make it clear to the American people that she was in favor of banning fracking, and now she's just trying to pretend like this stuff never happened. I don't know. Great campaign ad for Donald Trump, if you ask me for my opinion.
And Daniel Dale joins us now with more. Daniel, let's listen to these comments that Vice President Harris made about her position on fracking.
When you were in Congress, you supported the Green New Deal. And in 2019, you said, quote, there is no question I'm in favor of banning fracking. Fracking, as you know, is a pretty big issue,
Sure.
particularly in your must-win state of Pennsylvania.
Sure.
Do you still want to ban fracking?
No, and I made that clear on the debate stage in 2020, that I would not ban fracking. As vice president, I did not ban fracking. As president, I will not ban fracking.
Uh-huh.
In 2019, I believe, at a town hall, you said you were asked, would you commit to implementing a federal ban on fracking on your first day in office? And you said, there's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking. So yes. So it changed in that campaign?
In 2020, I made very clear where I stand. We are in 2024, and I've not changed that position, nor will I going forward. I kept my word, and I will keep my word.
Yeah, once again.
That's why I am committed to passing a Green New Deal, creating clean jobs, and finally putting an end to fracking once and for all.
Mama Kamala just don't give a frack.
Okay. I mean, you're keeping your word. That's what you're saying. Okay, well, that was the word of Kamala Harris. The unfortunate thing for her is that this month, Adam Schiff went on CNN and was asked about this question, and he might have accidentally said the quiet part out loud about the fracking issue. Take a listen.
You're a co-sponsor of a House bill right now that would ban fracking. Are you disappointed that she supports it now?
Well, look, you know, I favor banning fracking, and I strongly believe that the pathway to attacking climate change is to wean ourselves off of fossil fuels. But look, I'm not the Vice President of the United States, and I do think that when you are representing the whole country, you have a different perspective. As the Vice President pointed out, her values, though, have remained consistent, and that is She is a champion of moving ourselves in the renewable energy direction. Her role in passing the Inflation Reduction Act, the most aggressive attack on climate change in our history, I think speaks for itself. But look, let's compare a situation where someone changed their position 4 years ago to Donald Trump, who's changed his position.
Okay, yeah, Donald Trump, but Donald Trump, but Donald Trump. In other words, what Adam Schiff is trying to say here is she does support banning fracking. Those are the values that she holds, but she doesn't want to say it publicly because she wants to win the election. Okay, got it. Finally, a Democrat just quietly admitted what we've known the entire time. Kamala Harris supports banning fracking.
So Daniel Dale is here. Daniel, she said there that she's made her position clear in 2020. Tell us what the truth is of that.
The fact check bottom line, Abby, is that she did not actually make clear at a 2020 debate that she had changed her previous support for a fracking ban. So let me take you through this kind of saga. So here's what she said at a CNN climate town hall in 2019 on the subject of a fracking ban.
Will you commit to implementing a federal ban on fracking your first day in office, adding the United States to the list of countries who have banned this devastating practice?
There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking. So, yeah.
That was quite clear. So she ended her 2020 presidential run in December 2019. The only debate she participated in 2020 was the general election debate with then Vice President Mike Pence. And I went over the transcript of that debate tonight. Nowhere in there does she make clear that she had abandoned her previous support for a fracking ban. Rather, she repeated that Joe Biden, the head of the Democratic ticket at the time, would himself not ban fracking. So listen to what she actually said in that 2020 debate.
Joe Biden will not end fracking. He has been very clear about that. I will repeat, and the American people know, that Joe Biden will not ban fracking.
So it makes perfect sense that at the time she was
correct, because underneath the chameleon skin, these are her true colors. And fracking is not the only issue that unearthed videos of Kamala Harris have exposed her on in the past week. Take a listen to what she said back in 2018, chanting, and I quote, "Down with deportation," essentially saying that deportations should not happen. Keep in mind, this is the same woman now going around claiming she's prosecuted transnational criminals and she's the only person in this race who's prosecuted people who offended our immigration laws. Oh, really? Because here you are in the streets chanting to get rid of those very immigration laws.
Deportation, up with education, down with deportation, up with education, down with deportation, up with education, down with deportation.
I mean, I don't know how much clearer it can get than that. Kamala Harris may talk tough about the border, but fundamentally, she's not going to deport anybody. Right? So she's not going to enforce our immigration laws. And she's already, by the way, still in 2024, talking about a pathway to citizenship, aka amnesty for illegal immigrants. So, you know, whatever she says publicly about how, oh, I'm going to be tough on immigration, Donald Trump is just politically weaponizing this. No, you're not. Because even if you close down the southern border somewhat, if you're going to give amnesty and citizenship and you're going to refuse to deport the millions upon millions of people who have poured into this country over the past 4 years, then you're not doing the job on immigration. It's gaslighting, but that's basically the case with everything. Here's the reality. Americans need to know exactly what Kamala Harris stands for and have stood for her entire life. It is ridiculous to assume that suddenly, after being one of the most liberal people in the entire Democrat Party, that when she takes power, she's going to do a magical 180. You should absolutely judge a person by what you can see in front of you. Judge her by the things she has fought for and advocated for her entire career. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comment section down below. Do you think these new videos will damage Kamala Harris in any way? And until next time, I've been Vince with RTM News. Peace.